Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mr. President, honorable members of the court, good morning. It's an honor to appear before the ILO supervisory system, a system that has guided states for decades in applying international labor standards. On the merit, Somalia's position is very clear. The right to strike is a fundamental element of freedom of association and is protected under Convention number 87. At the time of Somalia's ratification of the Convention, Somali legislators acted on the belief that the right to strike was an integral and indispensable part of freedom of association. The preparatory work for the adoption of the Convention did not reveal a contrary view, which further confirms the right to strike is firmly anchored in the spirit and the purpose of this instrument. Without it, freedom of association is hollow. Workers' organizations will be free to exist in letter, but denied the meaningful tool required to defend their members' interests. Unfortunately, upholding the right to strike also preserves the authority of the ILO supervisory system. For decades, its supervisory bodies have affirmed that Convention number 87 protects this right. To deny it now will not only unsettle the expectations of states, workers, and employers who have relied on that consistent practice, but also erode the credibility of the ILO's unique supervisory architect. The international recognition of the right to strike is mirrored in Somalia's own constitutional framework. Article 24 of our constitution explicitly guarantees every worker the right to strike. This aligns Somalia with the long-standing position of ILO supervisory bodies. Since ratifying Convention number 87 in 2014, Somalia has worked with ILO to align domestic law with international standards. Earlier this year, Somalia adopted a new labor code, the first major modernization of Somalia's labor legislation in more than 5 decades. In undertaking this reform, Somalia took guidance from the ILO to ensure that the new labor code conforms with international labor conventions and recommendations. Indeed, in accordance with Convention number 87, this law expressly safeguards the right to strike and provides for its effective enforcement in practice. By harmonizing our international obligation with domestic law, Somalia has ensured that the right to strike is protected through clear and enforceable legal provisions. Importantly, the right to strike in Somalia is not confined in paper guarantees. It's fully recognized, respected, and exercised in practice. Somali workers are empowered to use this right lawfully in defense of their economy and social interests. This demonstrates Somalia's strong commitment to giving life to both its international obligation and its constitutional promises. Somalia's experience has taught us that durable peace and sustainable development depend on effective labor institutions. Freedom of associations, including the right to strike, is indispensable to balancing the interests of workers and employers, preventing a dispute from escalating and fostering fair and stable industrial relations. Somalia, therefore, respectfully requests the court to confirm in its advisory opinion that the Convention number 87 protects the right to strike as an integral component of freedom of association. This concludes my remarks. I thank the court for its kind attention